primary job of your right hand is to strike the strings. In this case, we're going to start by talking about how to do that with a pick. You want to use a pick, or a plectrum, essentially as an extension of your index finger. You want to hold it in between your thumb and your index finger, and basically, see how it has that little point? You basically want to use that as an extension of your index finger pointing out. You can experiment with different angles, and different guitar players have different techniques that they try that, but before you experiment with that, why don't we just start by doing that. Basically make it an extension of your index finger. You don't want to hold it too close. You don't want to choke up too much because then there's no pick to actually hit the strings. You don't want to have too much of it exposed because then it might flop around and fall right out of your finger. You want to cover just enough, choke up just enough, like maybe leave about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch sticking out so that you've got something to hold and so that you've got something sticking out to strike the strings. When you do strike the strings, you want to do it in a manner that's grazing across the string. You don't want to dig in too far because, number one, that might get that percussive sound or even make the string sound a little bit too sharp. As well as, if you dig in too much, it's hard to get from one string to the next if you dig in. In order to avoid that, what you do is don't cramp your hand up, hold the pick lightly, hold just enough pressure. If you hold it too hard, you're going to cramp your fingers and your hand and your arm. It's all too hard to dig in and it's hard to play. You want to make it an efficient, effortless process. So, grip the pick lightly, not too hard, not too light, and graze across the string. Notice how I have the pick angled so that it will basically just go right across each string and over to the next one. When I come back up, notice I'll angle it this way to make it easy to glide and graze across in both directions. Now that's greatly exaggerated, but it still holds true when I speed up. You'll notice that I am still leaning the pick back and forth. This holds true even when I'm picking individual notes. I'll pick and then back up and then down. Notice when I start going faster, that motion is not as exaggerated as lean it down this way and lean it back this way, but it's still there. You still want to slightly move the pick so that you are creating an effortless, efficient motion rather than fighting against the strings to get to the next note or to the next string.